Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffani Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons, and today I have a real life what I eat in a day mommy and toddler edition, so stay tuned if you're into that. My main goal here is to let you know you're not alone if you have picky toddler eaters, because I feel you, and also know that nobody's kids eat perfect and nobody else eats perfect. Maybe they show you on camera that they do, but it's not true. I should also let you know that Chris and I are gluten-free. I have been gluten-free for about 9 years now. Chris, like a little bit less, but not far off. I'm gluten-free because I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis. I have hypothyroidism, and gluten is one of the first things that you should take out of your diet when you're diagnosed with an autoimmune disease like that. So I did that a while ago. So something else that I'm doing right now is trying the celery juice. I've been reading a lot about the medical medium and the benefits of celery. It could be true, it could be false. I feel like you can find anything you want on the internet. If you want to believe something's good, you can find that information. If you want to believe something's bad, you can also find that information. So you really just got to go with your gut, and if juicing some celeries is going to make me think that I'm doing something good for myself, why not? It's not going to hurt me, right? The reason that Chris went gluten-free is because the doctor told him that the best way to find out if you have a gluten intolerance, just because he was having stomach issues and stuff like that, is to go off of it for a month. And then if you don't feel any different, try it again. Try to eat gluten and see what happens. So Chris did that for a month. He went back to gluten and he felt horrible and got like instantly sick. So that is why he is gluten-free, and he's also allergic to sesame. So that gets a little bit tricky sometimes. So I want to talk a little bit about mom guilt, because I know that so many moms out there have so much mom guilt, especially when they see like other kids that are great eaters, or they see other moms that get their kids to eat somehow. Let me just tell you, your child is not going to starve. You're doing a good job, and it's going to be okay. I promise. They all go through phases. All of my babies, like including Ella currently, are amazing eaters. They eat salmon, they eat avocado, steamed broccoli, and then they turn into toddlers, and now I beg them to even just like lick their food some days. But the truth is, they're not gonna starve, and really just try not to stress out about it. I know it's hard because we want our kids to eat, especially when we have like our parents and stuff like that that are like, oh, your kid looks so skinny, you're skin and bones, they need to eat more, things like that. But it's all gonna be okay. This is what toddlers do. This is what kids do, and it's fine. So anyway, let's get right into breakfast. So for the past week now, Chris and I have been having celery juice before we have coffee, before we have anything like that. Also, I have to take 100 micrograms of Synthroid every morning. So that is the first thing I do before I drink or eat anything else, is take my Synthroid and then have the celery juice. I mean, it doesn't taste fantastic, clearly, because it's literally celery juice. But I even got Chris on board, so if he can do it, anybody can do it, because he is super picky. So some of the benefits of celery are just like getting the toxic heavy metals out of you, like copper, mercury, aluminum, and it just like helps your liver in producing bile. I'm reading right now if you can't tell. Fights off unwanted bacteria and viruses. It's ultimate neurotransmitter chemical, making celery juice the most powerful electrolyte beverage, and it neutralizes toxins so that they're less damaging. And like I mentioned before, sometimes my kids like to have snacks first thing in the morning. Tanner thought he wanted that, and I was really excited to find like kid safe protein bars, but they actually hate them and they act like they're dying every time they take a bite. So I wouldn't recommend them, but who knows, everyone's taste is different. So here's our drinks for today. Tanner is having a little bit of grape juice with a lot of water. Carter is having a little bit of this calm drink. It's all natural magnesium for kids, and it just really helps him focus, and he likes it. So once a day he has that. He usually likes to have it in the morning, which is funny because you would think he'd want it before bed, but he likes it in the morning. Ella has just straight water, but our new rule is that you can have a little bit of juice in your cup once a day. You get 1 juice a day. And then this is my favorite water bottle that I got from Target, and it's 20 ounces, so I know that I need 5 of them a day for my body weight. So that is my goal. I try to drink 5 of those a day. And then now it's finally time for me to have my coffee. This is the French press, which actually cracked this morning, so now I need a new one. But once you have coffee this way, it's really hard to go back. We do still own a Keurig for like holidays or when family members come over, but we're just trying to use less plastic, and honestly, it just isn't strong enough anymore after having this coffee. So Chris takes cream and sugar in his coffee. I've been trying all different kinds of cream and stuff, and I didn't realize like how thick this cream was going to be, but it's coconut creamer, and it was like really thick and chunky, so I was like confused at first. But basically just trying to have less dairy. Chris takes regular half and half and sugar. Also, I tried the almond whipped cream. I did not like that, and now I have the coconut whipped cream. I like it, but it's so hard to get out of the container that this morning I just had a regular whipped cream on my coffee because I was struggling with the other one. It tastes good, but it's hard to come out. I don't put any sugar in my coffee, but I do sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon sugar on top of my coffee. This morning's breakfast is really easy for the kids. They love this. It's just rice Chex with a little bit of Nature Valley granola on top. Carter is having regular milk because he has no issues with milk and he just likes it. He doesn't really like the almond milk. Tanner has almond milk with his, and then Ella has almond milk with hers, and she does not have any of the granola. It just depends on the day. She does like it, but today Chris didn't put any granola in hers. And then did you know this is also what my dogs eat in a day? Chris decided to record what the dogs were having, and they're just having a little bit of rotisserie chicken in their breakfast this morning. Finally, since all of our little ones are fed, it is time for mommy and daddy to eat breakfast. We are just having one blueberry waffle apiece. I love the Wegmans gluten-free waffles. If you don't have Wegmans, I also really like the Vans brand of gluten-free waffles. And then we're each having 2 eggs with that. Chris is just having a little bit of butter on his waffle. If he made his waffle, it'd have a lot of butter, but I'm making it so it has a little bit of butter. And then on mine, I'm doing is dairy-free cream cheese, so really not cream cheese. Like I said, I'm just trying to cut back dairy. I'm not eliminating it completely. It's just not really good for my thyroid, but I actually really, really love this cream cheese, like better than regular cream cheese. And now that the kids are done their breakfast, they are having their vitamins. Tanner gets 2 of these Mighty Bites. Carter can have up to 4, but he usually takes 2 to 3 of them. And then they also have like a prebiotic, probiotic that they've been taking. They love it because it's like a little pixie stick. Also, Ella gets a half of one of those vitamins because that's just the dosing for that. And they all really like it. You can see here it's nice and sour and yummy, but every single day they ask for it. And after that, they all wanted an apple. Tanner was mad that Carter got the first apple, so that's why he's complaining. But my kids eat an apple every single day. For Ella, I just take 1 bite out of it to kind of start it for her, and then she eats it. She didn't eat that much of it today, but literally every single day they ask for an apple, but that's fine by me. And also, the way that I stay so thin is that my kids steal all of my food all of the time. So if it's on their plate, they don't want it, but if it's on my plate, they do. So as you can see here, Ella ate probably at least 1 of my eggs. So that was our breakfast, and now let's get into lunch. So lunch was a little bit different today. We got a gift card to try out a new restaurant that's near us. It's in Newtown, Pennsylvania, and it is called Melt, and it was delicious. They have gluten-free bread, so it's really nice when you actually get to go out and enjoy food that you like instead of like just having to eat salad everywhere you go. Definitely recommend it. It's called Melt. It's in Newtown. It's delicious, but here's what we eat. So like I said, Melt was absolutely delicious. We got the kids, from the kids menu, 1 order of chicken fingers, an order of a regular grilled cheese, and then a grilled cheese with some turkey on it. And that's what we kind of do. We kind of get 3 different things, and then they all split everything because that's just what really works for our family. Chris got a regular grilled cheese with some chicken in it and some bacon, and I got the veggie grilled cheese. It was absolutely amazing, and my mouth is watering right now because this video is making me really hungry. And since the kids did really good, and since that we had a gift card, we let them each get a strawberry smoothie, so we just got 2 of them and split them up between them. And I'm sorry, it wasn't a smoothie, it was a milkshake, so a little bit worse, but they didn't even drink that much of it, and it was a nice little treat for them. They also love these little tater tots, and yeah, I definitely would go back, and I would definitely recommend this place. We saw a Starbucks on our way out, so I needed a little afternoon pick-me-up, 1 pump of vanilla, no classic, and almond milk. So let's talk about snack time. So snacks for us are usually in between meals. So sometimes my kids will wake up starving and I need to give them something right away before breakfast, but on the daily, they're usually around like right between breakfast and lunch, and then between lunch and dinner. So they usually have about 2 to 3 snacks a day. Some people say my kids snack too much, and the truth is, I don't care. I want my kids to eat. Now we are at that in between lunch and dinner snack time, and here's what we had for snacks. So I have 2 drawers that are snack drawers, this one and the one beneath it, just so that the kids can reach it and pick what they want. I try to fill it up with stuff that I wouldn't be mad about them eating. And then like the sweet treats and stuff like that, I have up higher that they can't reach it. But when they do get a snack, they still come and ask me, can I have this? So it helps me throughout the day to see what they're eating and if I feel like they should be eating it. So snacks were always big in our house. Growing up, I was always able to have whatever snacks I wanted, so I just keep that same rule. I'm just happy when my kids are eating. Carter is going to go ahead and have some baked Cheetos. Chris and I drink Ningxia, and I also add a half a teaspoon of sulfurzyme to mine. It's just done like amazing things for my postpartum hair loss and my skin. It's just really, really good. I love this stuff, and now like since I've been having it probably for about over a month now, every day, like I crave it and I look forward to it every single day. So it's just Ningxia, some sulfurzyme, and then I put some water. Chris takes the sulfurzyme pills because he doesn't like how the sulfurzyme powder tastes, but I actually really like it. Now I need a little snack. These bars are my favorite. They have snack size and then they have these full size, and these are Built bars. This one is double chocolate mousse, and I feel like I'm eating a Milky Way, and it just like has a ton of protein in it, and I love the texture. It's nice and crunchy on the outside and then ooey gooey in the middle. It's a little bit later now, and Carter wants an orange. We also started making our crock pot meal for dinner, so that's why I see that in the back. And Tanner loves these organic rainbow carrots, are like his favorite thing. I swear Tanner could live off just fruits and vegetables if we let him, but we're trying really hard to get some protein into him here and there, but yeah. And finally, we are getting into dinner time, and dinner, I always talk about this, but if you're new here, we have a few things that the entire family will eat, and then there's a couple of things that like I know my kids will not eat it, but I still want it, like baked salmon or something spicy, things like that. I'm not gonna not make those meals just because my kids won't eat them. They can eat a boiled hot dog. There's healthy options for hot dogs, and you know, whatever. Some people make separate meals and it's not the end of the world, but there's a few things that everybody will eat. That is pizza. We love to do DIY pizza night, tacos, breakfast for dinner, and marry me chicken. That's an amazing recipe. I'll try to find what video I have that in, but it's delicious, and I've seen a lot of you sharing it on Instagram, and you guys are loving it too. But Carter actually asked me, it's like, Mommy, can we have marry me chicken this week? And I thought that was adorable. So if you have a few meals that know that your entire family will eat, I just suggest to make it easy on yourself and like duplicate those meals. Have those meals every week if you need to. But for dinner tonight, I tried a new recipe in the crock pot. Chris and I really loved it. Carter only ate the chicken out of it, and Tanner was repulsed. Ella actually had a separate dinner from us because since she didn't nap well that day, if she doesn't nap well, she goes to bed at 5:30, which is very early, but she sleeps through the night. So if she doesn't nap well, she goes to bed early. So she needed a separate meal from what we had. So keep that in mind, but here's our dinner. So for dinner, we are having a crock pot meal. It's brown rice, some chicken broth, some thyme, some garlic powder, carrots, peas. There's a little bit of yogurt and salt and pepper, of course, and then at the end you top it off with some cheddar cheese. But you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, Carter is my little chef and he loves to help me cook, so I always let him. Tanner is actually napping right now when I'm doing this. I started this early because it's a crock pot meal. I'll share the full details of this, but I'm making a crockpot video for this Sunday, so stay tuned. I'm going to have 5 delicious crockpot meals for Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Like I had mentioned previously, Ella had to have a separate dinner, so I just did a quick dinner for her. This is also a great lunch idea. She loves honey turkey, so she's just having honey turkey roll-ups with American cheese. She only ate one of these roll-ups, and Carter wound up eating the other one, like as a snack, but Carter is my good eater. He always has been. He goes through his phases just like any other toddler, but he definitely eats the most out of all of my kids, and then Ella, and then Tanner. Tanner is my worst eater. He would live off of just fruits and vegetables, so I guess that's not like a bad problem to have. At least he likes healthy stuff. but I just feel like he really is getting so skinny, so I really do struggle with him. But Ella loved her dinner, her turkey and cheese, her little crackers, and some cut up grapes. I've also started introducing her to a cup at dinner, just because I know that we're getting in the bath right after, so if she makes a mess, it's fine. I don't have to change her outfit because she's getting in the bath and getting PJs on anyway, but she's getting really good at it. So right before our crock pot meal is ready is when you add the dairy. So I'm adding yogurt, peas, or I should say Chris is doing all of this while I'm upstairs nursing Ella, and then some cheddar cheese. I should probably also mention that Ella is still nursing. She's 16 months old. She nurses at least 4 times a day, but I did count yesterday. She nursed 6 times. I still have tons of milk, and she doesn't seem like she wants to stop anytime soon, which is so different because my boys, they kind of weaned themselves around a year. They only wanted to nurse morning and night, and that was it. So this is definitely different for me. So like I said, Carter really just kind of ate the chicken out of that meal. I think thyme is a hard spice for kids to eat. Tanner wouldn't touch it, so that's why he is eating just a plain piece of what he calls squishy bread. And the dogs are also getting some as well. I really liked it, so did Chris. If anything, if you have picky eaters, I would say go lighter on the thyme. Chris was a sweetheart and got me my natural calm, and I asked him if he recorded it, and this is what he said. So we do not discriminate from dessert ever. We were just really tired and didn't make any dessert for Chris and I. A lot of times we love to make chocolate chip banana muffins. That's like our go-to. It's our favorite recipe. We all love it. I'm probably gonna make them today because our bananas are starting to go bad. But the kids did get some fruit snacks after they ate enough to our liking. You know, sometimes you gotta bribe them, but they're good. They're like the Annie's fruit snacks, and they really like them, and it helps them eat when they have incentive. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, because really every day is so different. Like every day we don't go out to lunch, but I didn't want to not do a day that we weren't going out, because I wanted to show you what we order when we do go out and how we do our kids' meals and all of that, and even like what my favorite Starbucks drink is. So I hope that you all enjoyed this, and let me know if you want to see a video where I also include like the supplements that I take and the oils that I use on the daily, because I would love to show you that as well. Or maybe I should do just like a day in the life. I feel like I haven't done that on my channel in a while, but let me know in the comments below, and I can't wait to talk to you in there, because I'm going to be in the comments right now.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration.